And hello there, ladies and gentlemen. This is your NFL guru, Neal, here to bring you Week 12 predictions. But first of all, happy Thanksgiving. Hope you guys have an awesome Turkey Day. And wow, we start off with 3 games on Thanksgiving. One at 9:30 Pacific Standard Time in the morning, one at 1, and one in the afternoon, early evening. So that's fantastic. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's get started. First of all, last week was a good week. It was pretty solid, called a few upsets, but let's enjoy this week and begin right away with those picks because nobody's on the bye. The Vikings at the Lions. I'm going to take Detroit in this one. They're at home. I think they show up. They win this game. The Redskins at the Cowboys. I'm going to take Dallas. They're just too good right now, man. You can't stop the run. If you can't stop the run, you can't beat a team like this. Steelers at the Colts. I'm taking Pittsburgh. Andrew Luck's out. Pittsburgh, that's a given. Come on. The Chargers at the Texans. This is going to be a good game, but I'm taking the Houston Texans to win this one in their home stadium. The 49ers at the Dolphins. I'm going to take the Dolphins. The 49ers are just horrid. They're awful. They're just terrible. So look for the Dolphins to win this game. The Rams at the Saints. This is a sleeper one. I can split between these two teams, but I'm going to take New Orleans to win this one just because they're home and they're in their Superdome. The Giants at the Browns. This is a given. The New York Giants. I think they're going to have a fantasy day as well. Cardinals at the Falcons. I'm going to take Atlanta to win this one. It'll be close, but I think Atlanta's going to win this one in a nail-biter. The Bengals at the Baltimore Ravens. AJ Green is out. Giovanni Bernard is out. The poor Bengals season is done. I'm taking Baltimore to win this one. The Jaguars at the Buffalo Bills. That's a given. Buffalo's going to show up. Shady McCoy's going to run wild in this one. Buffalo wins. The Tennessee Titans at the Chicago Bears. I'm taking Tennessee. They look awesome. I know they lost last week, but they look really, really tough to beat. Look for the Titans to win this game. The Seattle Seahawks at the Buccaneers. I'm going to take the Seahawks to win this one. It's going to be close. I think Tampa always plays teams well, especially in their home stadium. They always make it interesting, and especially with Doug Martin back. Don't be surprised if this game goes into the final 5 minutes of the fourth quarter, but I think Seattle comes out in a close one, 24-23, 1-point win. The Patriots at the Jets. I'm going to take New England. As much as I think the Jets may actually pull this one off because New England really looks off without Jamie Collins. Clearly, it's impacted them as they've fallen to the bottom 5 in the NFL in pass defense as of now. And their bottom 10 in run defense without Jamie Collins. Think about that. That's an interesting stat to remember, but I'm taking New England still to win this one. The Panthers at the Oakland Raiders. I'm taking the Raiders to win this one. Man, they looked good. You know, they're 8-2. They're tied for first in the AFC. That team is something else. I think they beat a good Carolina team. Even without Kuechly, they're still pretty underrated. They're not great, but they're a solid team. They're always tough to beat. But I'm taking the Raiders to win this one. Crabtree and Cooper are each going to catch a touchdown. The Chiefs at the Broncos on Sunday night football, and I'm taking the Denver Broncos to win this one. It's going to be a good game. Kansas City's going to have the lead going into the fourth, and Denver's going to come out clutch and win this one because they're at home. And in Mile High, it's hard to beat a team like Denver. Finally, the Packers at the Eagles on Monday night football. Packers at the Eagles. Oh, that's a bad matchup. Wow, 2 underperforming quarterbacks. Wow, I got all excited. It's not a very good matchup this week, but I'm going to have to take the Eagles. Wendell Smallwood is going to carry this team to victory. You can't even trust Carson Wentz. I mean, I honestly think if they played a backup quarterback, he would do better in that situation. I just don't believe in Wentz. He's just lowest yards per throw in the NFL, one of the lowest at least. It's pretty disappointing like how they started off so well and they've fallen off because of this guy. He is the reason why that they have fallen off so hard. You can't blame that defense, but you know what? I'm going to take the Eagles to win this one. It's going to be a nail-biter, but I'm going to take the Eagles to win this one. Finally, we got fantasy news. A quarterback, start Derek Carr, playing the Carolina Panthers. I'm calling 4 touchdowns and 426 passing yards. The Raiders win this one. Sit Jameis Winston. He's playing the Seahawks. Never start any quarterback against the Seahawks. That's a given, right? Running back, start Ajayi. He's playing the 49ers. You know he's going to have a big week. And start Devontae Booker. He's playing the Chiefs on Sunday Night Football. They're going to lean heavily on the run. Sit Mark Ingram. I don't know if he's even going to play, but even if he does, I don't trust him this week. And sit LeGarrette Blount. Definitely don't play Blount. I don't trust him at all this week. Wide receivers, start Amari Cooper. I think he's going to have a great game. I'm calling 120 and a touchdown. Start Steve Smith as well. Steve Smith is playing very well as of late. He has a touchdown in a few weeks consecutively. He's having, 5 to 6 targets a game at least. Start a guy like him. Sit Randall Cobb. I don't think he's that active in that Packers offense anymore, so I would sit him and sit Desean Jackson. I know he had a good week last week, but he's not going to do anything against Dallas this week. Tight end, start Greg Olsen. Great start. You know the Raiders are terrible at covering tight ends, so start Greg Olsen this week. Sit Cameron Brate. He's playing the Seahawks, who are one of the best teams in the NFL at covering tight ends, so sit Cameron Brate. Kickers, start Cairo Santos. They're going to be a lot of field goals in Denver, but this time I think Kansas City is going to be most responsible for the field goals, while Denver is going to be scoring a couple of touchdowns here and there. Sit Phil Dawson. Yeah, he had a good week. But you got to sit a guy like him. It's Phil Dawson. And the 49ers offense is incompetent. They're terrible. So sit Phil Dawson. Defense, start the Miami Dolphins defense. They're playing the 49ers. I'm saying this, but every time that happens, it's true. You start anyone you can against the 49ers. You start second-string receivers, second-string running backs. They will put up points. Defenses will put up points. Start the Miami Dolphins defense. Sit the Philadelphia Eagles defense. I don't trust them. I think Green Bay's still going to put up points. They may force a couple turnovers here and there, but I don't see any kickoff return for touchdowns or any of that sort in special team-wise. Look for the Eagles to be a definite sit this week. Finally, sleepers. Quarterback. First-round pick. Jared Goff. That's my sleeper quarterback of the week. I think he's going to put up a great game. I'm saying 225 and 2 touchdowns. 0 picks, maybe 1 pick, but I'd say two touchdowns at least against the Saints defense. Wendell Smallwood, great start against the Packers. We saw what Rob Kelly did last week. Oh my goodness, guy ran wild. So start Smallwood. Jerick McKinnon finally getting back on board for that team. Start Jerick McKinnon. Michael Crabtree, great start this week. He's going to catch another touchdown. I'm saying 160 yards, more than Amari Cooper this week, and a touchdown. Sterling Sheppard, I would start him definitely. Great start against the Browns. He's very active in this offense now. And Will Tye. Play it safe. Start a guy like him. He's had a touchdown last week. He's getting a good number of targets, and they're playing the Browns, the worst defense in the NFL covering tight ends. Start Will Tye. So there you have it, folks. Those are your NFL predictions for this week. Stay tuned. Week 12 is going to be a good one. And just remember, you guys, happy Thanksgiving, happy Turkey Day, but football comes first. You watch football with your family. There we go. You guys have a good one.